to pick up at the turn of 2013, after which point his channel rarely lost momentum. In this time, Minilad also became rather involved in Vanos Gaming's Banana Bus Squad, named after a vehicle in Grand Theft Auto 5. This was mostly composed of Vanos' inner circle of collaborators, including many other prominent creators such as H2O Delirious, Moose Knuckle, Louis Caliber, and I Am Wildcats. With such an entourage, there was little doubt that Craig was certainly amongst the stars, and like many of his colleagues, his growth came quickly and substantially. As he passed each million milestone with increasing finesse, it appeared that he had mastered his niche. What niche is that? Well, to be honest, I'm not entirely sure. When looking up what people enjoyed about Minilad's content, I wasn't met with an overwhelming deluge of answers. He was sufficiently at the games themselves and did conceive some very original ideas. Most of his accomplishments appear to be based on intelligent networking and a persistent upload schedule in an era where some creators do seem a little stale and hindsight. Too much Italian in it.
It's fine. It's fine.
Too much Italian.
Keep your eyes on the sky. Keep your eyes on the sky, not on my mustache.
Now, to his discredit, in many ways, Vanos was the architect of an extremely effective business model, and the fact that other people wanted to recreate it made complete sense. And many of his colleagues represented a clique of YouTubers that intelligently generated powerful views through association and collaboration, which overall has worked out for them. Whereas many gamers from that era may have fallen from their distinguished pinnacles, a multitude of creators involved with these squads have managed to retain a consistent viewer base, even if it's not quite what it used to be. Hell, in 2017, Minilad had one of the best views on his channel, capitalizing on the pivot to face cam and reaction-based content, likely acquiring a fair few new subscribers in the process.
I never want to lose that connection with you guys, if you know what I mean. And with that, I mean, I want to be able to, like, give back to it in a way. And that's why I want to go to all these conventions, to meet you guys, and I want to do as many signings as possible, and I want to meet you guys and spend the most amount of time with everyone, and I don't know, I'll forever be thankful for everything you lads have gave me. It's just, life was a crazy ride.
Although Minilad's personality may not have been the most distinct, he was still held in high esteem by many within the community, most notably for the numerous charity drives he had hosted. For many, in a time where power seemed so prone to being abused, it was refreshing that there was still something He was a board member on the interestingly named First Project, an organization focused on delivering clean water to deprived communities, also raising $150,000 over the space of 2 streams in 2018. Very admirable indeed. Nevertheless, it seems that Craig here still had a few steps to take to truly define himself as an individual creator. These steps were mostly taken in 2018, with his distancing from Vanos Gaming a couple years prior, the launch of his personal vlog channel, and undertaking more ambitious ventures. It looked like Thompson wanted to alter his trajectory and be the master of his own destiny. As a creator, he had the capacity to stand on his own feet, and no one who was going to impede this. No one other than himself, of course. But what was the chance of that happening? To see what the true Minilad was capable of.
It's so scary.
There were a few complications. What one may have hoped would be a new beginning gradually manifested into a spiral back down one's past, one that may not even be worthy of escape. So, my friends, I invite you to join me on a voyage which has many uncomfortable yet unnecessary steps, and I think we need to begin this endeavor as soon as we can. Let us go.
Excuse me.
In the gaming sphere, Vanos felt often like the root nexus, and with the applied formula to accumulate viewers between creators, an association was often formed. When many thought of Minilad, they thought of Vanos. It can't be a surprise with Minilad's numerous appearances on the channel. In many ways, it did create an inalienable connection. Nonetheless, Minilad wanted to be his own creator. To what extent did he go to achieve this? As Apple mentioned, one of the first moves that Minilad took to delineate his route was leaving Vanos Gaming. Now, in some senses, this was unexceptional news. He's not the first, and he won't be the last to leave a channel that has a rotating ensemble. He stopped appearing in their videos regularly around the turn of 2016, but still appeared friendly with many of their members, even releasing videos with them throughout the following year. It was generally accepted at the time he had left for reasons that were related to how he viewed himself in regards to the channel. He had spoken about this on Twitter previously and seemed insecure on how some people perceived him from Vanos' friend rather than his own person. However, given how involved he had been, there were obviously some who were going to be a bit taken aback. Not everyone was distance grows, so will the volume of questions, with some even meaning those who are curious regarding the independence. Now, nobody was entitled to further explanation. I'm sure there were many instances where someone had asked and Thompson had getting inquisitive. But on one fateful day in 2018, our mini friend felt compelled to clear up any ambiguity hanging over the outstanding situation.
The only thing I want to ask is how. Mommy, don't play with Vinox Gaming.
Wow. Because I don't play Gmod anymore. That's all he does. Question done. Also, I'm also breaking off with no solo YouTubers because there's a lot more.
Now, Gary's mod was a game that Mini Lad had found decent traction.
I bet it was
Today, but by
for the
this
time being.
popular for a long time. Although a lot of people still played it, it was understandable you may be a bit burnt out on such a pastime. Now, Mini Lad's statement was a hyperbole. Gmod isn't all they play, but at the same time, the implication was clear that they didn't share the same interests anymore. This was certainly a surprise given the prior hypotheses, and some may have found his tone a little hostile. But that can equally be frustration or exhaustion at the continued questioning of a personal decision. At the time, Mini Lad was one of the number of people to distance themselves from Vanless Gaming, which had led some to theorize about the imminent frustration or
What?
exhaustion at the continued questioning of a personal decision. At the time, Mini Lad was one of a substantial number of people to distance themselves from Vanless Gaming, which had led some to theorize about the imminent decline of the channel, with a few speculative claims here and there.
Still, no matter how close-knit the crew appears to be, there have been some events that caused and are still causing its downfall, so today we'll be looking into 10 reasons why the Vanos crew is potentially falling apart. The foundation of the Vanos crew was shaken when Craig Thompson, aka Mini Lad, decided to stop playing with Vanos and dissociated himself from the crew.
There was really nothing to supplement people's theories here. There had always been this slight tension between creators that had been picked up by observant fans. If disagreements happen, people can still be friends. There was a bit of drama being stirred up, and Mini Lad came forward to dispel those claims and affirm that he and Vanos were still friends, and there was no bad blood between them. With this in mind, the case went cold, and their bond at least seemed cordial. But how long would that last for? Well, let's fast forward to 2019, and Mini Lad was streaming, as he often does. But once again, he is sidetracked by the fact that Vanos are still uploading Gmod videos, prompting him to go off on a bit of a rant, with a tone of exasperation.
I also have no idea. They're still playing Gmod.
Online. Fuck
Still
your.
playing Gmod? I mean, they kicked me out of all their chat, so I have no idea what the hell they're doing, so. Damn!
But okay, maybe I'd be a bit bothered if I was kicked from a chat with a bunch of people who I thought were my friends. It does seem a bit personal. But Mini Lad then has a few clarifications to add.
Just to clear up some shit. I wasn't kicked. All they did was play Fortnite and Gmod and then talk shit about other YouTubers. So I said that. I broke away from that group. I'm doing my own thing. I've never felt better. My community's stronger than ever. I'm pulling more views than ever, and I'm personally a lot more happy as a human. So that's what happened. Anyways.
So he wasn't kicked. In fact, he left of his own accord because he
Relevant content. I know. I'm the best.
He decided to take a stand for himself, and now he is thriving. He's never been better, and you can tell it's true because you have his word.
I'm your streamer.
Would have found it strange he was once more saying this after all this time had elapsed. But this is what happens when distance grows between individuals.
You hear the video in the background, by the way?
How you reflect on situations as opposed to how they happened. With that said, if
And my thing's got weird.
Mini
Okay, well, we go. Bye bye.
it would be
Goodbye.
unlikely to ever feel the need to malign them. It once more seemed like the surfacing of previously latent resentment towards his former posse, one that may have been around for longer than many assume. In 2016, before any of this drama transpired, a post was made titled "Some Things You Should Know About Mini Lad." It was presented through the eyes of the League and the rest of the Vanos crew, and reached out to the story where Mini Lad appeared to be
Give it a shot. Very good. future, yeah.
Now, this is just a personal account. However, it was rather vague due to details we'll discuss in a bit, so I doubt it was written with the intent to mislead, and it would explain past and present behavior pretty accurately. So let's bring it back to 2019. And this boundary was doing better than ever, and it's clearly made him more outspoken.
Or back.
And to an extent, it was true. Mini Lad had rarely been more successful than he was in April 2019. It seemed his confidence had reached a point where he was ready to disconnect from the Banner crew altogether, and this guy tried serving as these
What a pleb.
However, with his remarks, Mini Lad, by all intents and purposes, ended any possible good faith between the two parties that may make him led to dispute.
Falsely. What do you mean falsely? Didn't you just wake up?
What could tangibly follow from such an inconsequential statement?
My God. That sleep schedule has 6. I'll come to your house, I'll keep you awake. I used to do 4 hours before, but I'm going 2 hours now.
Warrant a belated response on its own basis. Besides, Mini Lad had made similar comments the year before, and nothing had come of it. Drama between creators in a community that doesn't really have a desire for it is seldom beneficial for either party involved. However, just because it's not beneficial doesn't mean it's not going to happen if someone feels inclined to express themselves.
I think I'm in the f***ing wrong movie.
This is Terrorizer, or Grump. He's a creator who has played with Thanos and many of his associates, but is also in part known for his voice impressions, which range from celebrities such as Arnold Schwarzenegger to composite characters
What?
like Asian Guy, a Thanos favourite, I'm sure. But I digress. He had previously collaborated with Mini Lad on videos, appearing to be on friendly terms with Craig up until 2018, when, like many others associated with Thanos, he stopped appearing on the Mini Lad channel. Now, Mini Lad wasn't the only
Jesus.
individual questioned over the ostensible disintegration of the relationship between the two parties, but until June he had been the only person to really speak about it in a passionate way. As noted, many creators involved with Thanos strike one as rather drama-averse. This is not the first time conflict has arisen between one of their colleagues, and I'm sure it won't be the last, but few had sought to leave their input up until that point, likely knowing the risk of unnecessary quarrels. Someone like Thanos, known to be quite withdrawn from public life, would certainly not be compelled to defend himself. However, in one June stream, facing questions once again from eager fans, Terrorizer made the decision that actually he wasn't going to hold back his feelings any longer.
Why isn't Craig in the server? Because he doesn't play with us anymore. He went off.
God damn, I had to open YouTube to read what else you said.
So he doesn't play with us anymore. You can't have it every way. So we play
The two geniuses fight well.
who have not left our
Genius.
chat. We have a chat. He left us, and he doesn't want to play with us. That's a question for him, not us.
Now, his comments don't exactly contradict those by Mini Lad. However, his tone and phrasing demonstrate a clear disdain for what Mini Lad reported
okay.
in his stream. However, as I'm sure he was aware, such a comment would not quell many supporters' angst.
Sorry, I'm looking at
However,
the
it would certainly lead to
video.
more questions than answers. Given the now noticeable tension between the two, people's curiosity persisted, and in August 2019, when asked again, Terrorizer resolved to elaborate on his previously expressed sentiments. However, they didn't appear to be any more affectionate.
Why not invite Mini?
Yeah,
I'll tell you,
thumbs will help.
He doesn't play with us. He left. And then he decided on stream to badmouth myself and my friends. Well, mainly just my friends. I didn't appreciate that. So, I don't play with the guy lately. Because he's going on his mean streams talking shit about us. Not
Hello,
cool.
really? Hey, oh, cool. I'm gonna call you dude.
In spite of this,
Is that
however,
fine?
it seems that Terrorizer didn't want to talk about it much further.
Instead of calling you cool dude, I just call you dude.
I think he said something on live stream about our girlfriends, which I kind of think is a bit of a cop-out. But I don't, like, it's not a fair conversation to have when another person's not here. You know, you guys
me, I can give you very biased opinion and stuff, but
Oh, he's not cool. No, I just don't want to say the full name.
he's went off and he said some things on his live stream which really kind of annoy me about our group of friends and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't know. Just, I wouldn't imagine. I don't like people
Do I have it?
stuff, and I don't want to resort to start saying stuff in my live stream about stuff. So with respect to you guys, I'm not going to do that. But
No, don't. What am I looking for?
I don't want to go into it, man. Honestly, it's no disrespect to you guys, but it's none of your business.
Now, honestly, I do not know what level his comments as. I suppose he's the person who made allegations about the nature of Vanos and friends. There was still a bar set, and at that point, Terrorizer hadn't really done anything other than present his own version of events. He chose not to take it further, which is fair enough. But unfortunately, Minilad had other plans. Yes, on August the 29th of 2019, Craig released a statement to Twitter with the intent to clear the air. However, this post doesn't exactly tell the story that we've seen so far. To address the fact that he hates everyone he used to play with. It really turns to a completely visible friction between him and Terrorizer. He explains that this is in part because at the 2018 E3 convention, he made this remarks regarding Mini's mental health, and then reinforced his comments in spite of Minilad's discernible anger.
I know, right?
Since he had not
Useless.
apologized, Minilad no longer considered them on friendly terms. However, Craig goes one step further, alleging that Terrorizer had been disseminating misinformation on his streams about how Minilad was now at odds with much of the Vanos fleet. Contradicts this narrative, and affirms that he is still affable with others who are active. Although Mini is unhappy at having to publish his thoughts on the matter, he knows that he may be better off being aware of this, and still wishes to press the line on his endeavors with this. But wait, there's something we missed.
They all other YouTubers, so I said that.
Ah, yes. Minilad omitted some pretty essential details which are necessary to understanding how the situation precipitated. That being, he was a person who chastised Vanos in his own streams, with his comments implying that they were at best elitist and at worst rather petty. For him to suddenly frame Brian as the instigator as if he was on his behalf, particularly given how it could have affected the Vanos circle. I also found it interesting how Minilad was more
Jesus.
as a collective now that he was
I'm
no
talking
longer
about
part of the
rumor.
channel.
Have
Minor observations aside, why would he frame it in such a way? Now, of course, the obvious answer would be to shield his image. However, as a seasoned creator, he must have been aware of the...
Sorry, if I'm like just saying so, I'm just watching the video, looking at information.
Not entirely, because at the time there wasn't really much of a clear record of what had been said, and Minilad could have easily just passed the responsibility of rumors onto viewers who presented him with a one-sided portrait. Now, in due course, a compilation of Mini's comments would be uploaded to one place, chronicling the saga in
Question. Go ahead.
But until then, although the evidence could be unearthed in certain places on YouTube, it was often overrun by Minilad's rather smart tone, the reasonable voice. He knew that many people wouldn't want to pick a side, so in spite of the gross misrepresentations, many felt sympathetic to him and his point of view, seeing his reasoned tone as an indicator of good faith. On top of this, many felt that his reasons for distancing himself from Terrorizer were valid. After all, it's just not right that someone makes such comments about mental adversity pertaining to another person's life. And as a long-term advocate for mental health, it was understandable that many would take offense to that, especially if
The
Brian
guys in your
controversial
older video.
position.
What video are you talking about?
Was this the full story? Either. With the flaws in Milad's statement, Terrorizer was quick to respond on his Twitter account. Firstly,
Feel so bad for
quoting his
Terrorizer.
own
Deal with
retort,
that.
expressing discontent at many of
God
Milad's
damn it! Another long text I got up on YouTube for.
recollection of comments Brian had made towards him, asserting that our game
The
of
2 million tells you the Fortnite bit.
mere quote, once again affirming it was the reason that he stopped speaking to Terrorizer. He then says that if Brian wishes to resolve it, then they can talk over DM. After all, we wouldn't want us.
How do I answer this?
However,
I just kind of stopped playing with them. And there's other things that happen behind the scenes I'm not going to talk about. So if you're thinking they're coming back, you want to see them in the future video. Damn it. What do you think about what Mainlad did? And talked about talked trash about his friends at the. I think it was lame. And kind of low. Since I was like a Valance fan, like a big one at the time. I'm still am kind of. I was really disappointed. If that's what you're trying to ask me. I don't get why a former friend would do that. Or a friend I'm still friends with. I'm talking trash about them. No. Where'd it go? Oh. Oh god, echo. god, I do feel bad for Johnny for terrorizing Amy.
As that situation ensues, well, you'd soon find out.
Trying to get it? Fine. 4 ways to search in the Google app.
With high protein and crunchy granola clusters from Becker, be ready for sport. In the following months, Minnie will continue his charitable endeavors and selfish ventures, winning prizes and even awards from across the board. But you wouldn't be blamed if you've been left with a slightly sour taste in your mouth from what we've just discussed. However, at the end of the day, it was one drama, and regardless of what can be said about Minnie Lad's demeanor under those conditions, you couldn't use it to define his legacy. No, you'd need something much more substantial for that. And after such a skirmish, Mr. Thompson would probably want to stay as far away from drama as possible, but maybe his fate had already been sealed. But this is the funny thing. But in the internet, significance is often only as relevant as the awareness of its
Is he
existence.
okay?
Therefore, when you acknowledge it, the present. This principle is what has yielded, for example, the contentious
Hey. Yeah, I gotta do that bit. Chad John Knoxville?
However, some actions have always been wrong, and would likely continue to be wrong for the rest of time as long as he can possibly concede. And the surfacing of such allegations would often lead to operators to being held to account, whether they would have preferred to leave it behind or not. So let's bring it forward to the present year, where, like many other people, our good friend Minnie Lad has been struggling, even taking a break at the start of the new decade.
Wild.
At this time, Minnie Lad had went through a rather tough breakup with his now ex-girlfriend, Sammy, or Sumi Day. This became quite an emotional affair and led Craig to take a hiatus from social media and uploading altogether. They had been in a relationship for approximately 2.5 years, so it was rational for him to be looking to sport a life of misfortunes. He published a tweet on the 4th of January informing people of their splits, before posting another a week later apologising for the impression he left the former, saying to personal distress that it still against those potions. This was then followed by the hiatus, lasting just over a month, with a video posted on his main channel celebrating being on the way to return, reflecting on the reasons behind this response.
I still don't have a mental health issue. No.
Badass.
It's not something to just kind of brush aside. It's something that you take seriously, otherwise it's going to
Wait,
catch up
what
with you.
the
And
hell?
that's exactly what happened. So I was on the tour.
Oh my controls reset, I just noticed.
Anything I could. I wasn't proud of the videos I was putting up, and it was just getting messy. And then I came back to the tour, and then Sammy and I broke up.
In the video, he talks a lot about the developments in his previous marriage, the most notable being the separation, which he presents as jovial but amiable. He also takes the time to clarify some of the uncertainty surrounding the circumstances of the breakup. Not that the audiences were entitled to know, but it seemed to be a better option than letting people draw their own less lenient conclusions and perhaps voicing them as well.
I'm not going to get into too much. Sammy has a dog.
I need
My
wood.
co-host, Craig's dog,
I need some wood.
contact. It was a mutual decision for Sammy to take
What
the dog.
YouTuber are you watching about my life?
Are we still friends? Yeah. It was
The Right Opinion.
productive in the sense that we don't hate each other. It's not like fucking
He's
each
really
other,
good for
whatever.
As long as these were details,
these type of videos. Like,
divulging them
what's,
as uploads go, it was a mature, informative piece which
I gotta
handled
read
its
his description.
sensibilities of
Give me a
its
second.
subject with care and diplomacy, and many paid him the due respect that such conduct would warrant, while respecting his will to share.
Making fun of stupid things since 2016, kind of political, but not really.
Excited for this
The
year.
channel, the channels for current affairs
But just trust
based
me,
independent
this year's
voice
gonna
on
be
YouTube
amazing.
Over the
with
following months, Minnie
with a
returned
terrible
to his
sense of
regular
humor.
upload schedule,
Part-time
and
YouTuber,
once upon a time,
full-time
quenched his audience's desires.
Belmont.
However, there was trouble.
That's the description.
Let's go back to the old 2016 Tumblr post. You know, the one that recounted Minnie Lad's slightly less than professional behaviors with Vanos. In the
Yeah,
paragraph,
I like watching the videos
continuing
for
to
like
document evidence of Minnie Lad's strained
for like
relationship with
information
Vanos
and
too.
history.
Also observed
Like
that
right
they
now
had
for
seen a
Main
pattern
Lad.
of Craig mingling with younger and, dare I say it, underage fans. They say this isn't anything incriminating on its own, but it's worth noting given the trend. With that said, this wasn't the first time he had received flack for his interaction with his fans. In fact, in January of 2016, Mini parted an exchange with the infamous Keemstar over comments he had made towards another Twitter user in the DM. This was during Keem's internet crusade phase, which led to a lot of allegations, sometimes correct, sometimes not so correct. So Mini took what he was saying with a pinch of salt. At some point after this, Keemstar deleted the tweets and nobody archived them, so I didn't
Actually,
think
no,
I
I'm
was
on
going to
spiritual.
find anything here. However, I am a tenacious man, and I found some of the interactions alongside one tweet with the images in question, and I must say they are something else. Given that once again, this individual was alleged to be an underage fan. I'll add alleged. His behavior
I
seems
smell pizza.
inappropriate, framed through the lens of helping this
I would
person.
have some, but I'm watching my diet right now.
Sad.
Also,
You have
because
nice
certain other
boobs.
things.
Somehow he got off the hook here. I think because people were preoccupied with other controversies such as Lie Maker, Keemstar himself ended up in a controversy after running the infamous RS scoring goal story, overshadowing many other situations at the time, and Minnie's dismissive responses clearly worked in subduing any public arousal, and he lived to fight another day. Nonetheless, it was clear that not everyone was ignorant to Minnie's occasional improper fraternization with younger audience members, and although these rumors evanesced in the years
Do I have
succeeding,
efficiency?
there was likely a suspicion that lingered within the pockets of the internet, and come 2020,
Many, many,
much of
many,
that
many, many,
misgiving would
many.
prove
Is
not
all these
entirely
bushes many?
unfounded. So let's bring back Craig's ex, Suni Day, of whom Minnie had a rather extensive relationship with. In mid-June, the mistreatment and harassment of female Twitch streamers became a pretty prevalent discussion
There's
in
no
many online circles.
frickin'
As a female Twitch streamer and victim herself, Sammy
efficiency.
decided to impart her insight on the matter. Completely acceptable. However, this alarmed Craig, as from his perspective, given their rich history, many would assume that he was the person he was referring to, and thus he anxiously reached out, requesting that his former partner clarify that he had not violated her in such a way. Suni obliged, but in turn adding the caveat that this did not absolve him from other misdeeds that were present, including lies and manipulation, even sharing some DMs, which although do not say too much on their own, certainly don't paint the split as friendly and mutual as Minilad had communicated in
Naya,
his video.
I need you to come back.
In clearing up one
The farms,
ambiguity, this
the
tweet
farms
revealed
need you.
information that would inspire others to speak up, with much more damaging implications. So allow me to introduce you to two individuals. This is Hallie and this is Ash. Both of them were fans of Minnie and both have publicly confabulated with the YouTuber on numerous occasions. Ash until the end of 2017 and Hallie right up to 2020, the latter having consistently lent her support to Craig in his online pursuits. However, it seems that their experience
Ay,
with the
ay, ay.
creator had a bit more background than one may expect. And on June the 22nd,
Never text your
Craig and
fans.
Sammy's all revealing tweets
Never text them privately, at least.
social media site to share their stories.
Jeremiah.
Publishing Vibes a bit longer again, Ash and Hallie lay out their less than stellar encounters with the creator, alleging multiple counts of improper behaviour with them, not just as fans, but as individuals who were not of age. Now, this wasn't already the best look for our friend. However, it didn't stop there. In fact, it was barely the beginning, and that's not good when you're already 11 pages into a script. Now, these stories tell a tale we are all too familiar with on this channel, presenting Minad as a person who, burnt by the then recent collapse of another relationship, turned his attention to those online to fill a void, specifically those from within his fan base. In this instance, the implication is that he specifically targeted younger fans, knowing their vulnerability and the power he held over them as a creator. We can't provide too many specific dates, but this appears to have transpired throughout 2016 mostly, and around the time he was reported on the Tumblr post to be socializing in many of these circles. He's also alleged he had used his power to bargain for explicit content, which few would already condone, but is particularly objective.
You want to know something? You all, at the time when I heard the news about Minilad, I won't lie, really sad, shocking, and disappointed at the same time. And I just remember, like, how that was like 4 years ago. Jesus. That was like when I was 18. Wow. Time does fly by really fast. God damn, I live so many like good events. I mean, bad and good events. Okay, we're gonna continue watching the video.
Questionable considering that Hallie and Ash were both around the age of 16 or 17, not being of legal standing to send such content in the first place. However, these are elementary testimonies, and although it would be easy and justified to call Minilad out for such debauchery, something that I will have no qualm in doing, I'd like to evaluate a few more details that would catch one's eye. However, to take this discussion forward, or to even work from the premise of truth, we need a bit of substantiation behind these claims. But Ash and Hallie were well equipped, dropping screenshots of DMs from multiple platforms, covering various points in their contact with the gaming icon.
I feel like Ash would put down these trees.
Appear quite convinced that Minilad was consciously taking
Also
advantage
already
of
there.
his own purpose. Now, the word conscious there
No,
is
they weren't there.
pivotal in the construction of that sentence. Minnie was not going to be treated gently with these revelations regardless. But to be frank, the actual evidence made him look even worse. Firstly, we'll turn to Ash, who released a series of screenshots dating from around the time where much of this misconduct is said to have occurred. This not just helps in corroborating much of their assertions, but also many of the judgments. Minilad's behavior may merely be unbefitting in some, such as his messages to the group chat, but look beyond that and you'll see some pretty repulsive and manipulative behavior, which clearly shows Minnie's awareness of the rift in power between the two parties in question. Probably the worst conversation captured is this one, where Ash clearly shows reluctance to share explicit images, understandably so, and Minnie begins to encourage her in the way that a mentor would one of their students. You can do it. I believe in you. Take the leap and send me.
God.
It's
Jesus
only
Christ.
when you respect that boundary, and as outlined in the tweet longer, this is not something that they would have done if it wasn't an individual with the clout that Minilad has. And to me, it seems that Minnie was quite aware of this. It also doesn't
So
help that Minnie
fucked up.
holds what a person said when they were drunk over them, as if it was some kind of ironclad pact. He also guilt baits by saying that he's sad, which is another thing I've never been a fan of in general, because it shows a lack of consideration for how the other person may feel. In certain circumstances, I can understand how it could be read in banterous fashion, but not when it deals with the exchange of such matter. This is not mutual, it's nasty, coercive, and shows a prioritization of personal gratification over respect for the other party's autonomy. This is also supported by much of the individual testimony, which focuses on how Minilad regularly used his depression as means to acquire what he desired. There's every
Some
trick in the
mental
book here, and I want you to keep this in mind going forward. Not that it would be easy to forget. There are multiple DMs on multiple platforms and messaging services with the individuals involved that support these claims, involving both parties where Minilad has sent and received explicit images, alongside video verification confirming the accounts belong to Minilad. This was already compelling. In a way, though, Minilad's 2016 antics were only half the story, because alongside his behavior began to make its way through these smaller communities, many sought to suppress these testimonies, including Minilad himself, employing a plethora of strategies highlighted in screenshots posted by Hallie. In these images dating from the end of 2017, Hallie decides to confront Minnie about Ash and the nature of their relationship, asking some exploratory questions to gauge their connection. In his responses, Craig downplays any intimacy, preventing inferences from being drawn regarding the content of their conversations. However, a few days later, the tone of this discussion had shifted, and Minnie is pleading with Hallie to prevent this information from being publicized. My favorite line here is when he says that there was nothing more than a specific message, before adding, and maybe a bit more of similar, just to cover himself in case there were some additional exchanges exposed. Who knows? Maybe there was. I don't know. How would Minnie know? He barely remembers who Ash is. Hallie frames a lot of this dialogue as manipulation on Minnie's behalf, and it's quite easy to see why. With the threat of incriminating evidence being released, he appeals to a lot of the consequences that he will face. Now, his line of reasoning isn't incorrect here. There will be significant ramifications if these details were to be dispersed, and he has a right to be worried about that. But it's an observation, not an argument, and it can't really be used as a point against the publication of such content. Hallie makes it clear that she's aware of the consequences, and Minnie reiterating again and again how awful it would be for him just seems to be an attempt to take advantage of the good faith that Hallie shows him, and the sympathy that she may feel for the remorse he expresses. This is a technique that is applied on multiple occasions when discussing the issue. A few days later, Minnie
This is manipulation, isn't it?
when sent a screenshot from a Snapchat conversation, he admits that he is one of the participants, but then proceeds to claim that Ash had lied about her age. That would be if it was the truth, which it wasn't. And a few days later, Hallie challenges Minnie once more on this fact, and this time he buckles, admitting that he knew she was 17, but that he was really depressed, and that he just thought if he was going to end it there, he was going to go out in a of glory with lewd Snapchat DMs. Wow, real kamikaze mission there, Craig. It was rather desperate stuff on Minnie's part. However, Minnie Lad wasn't the only person attempting to conceal his wrongdoings. In fact, some of the mods from his Discord server decided to take it upon themselves to defend their king's honor. Some adopting the "there will be repercussions" argument, others claiming that he had changed. Both points of view espoused by Minnie Lad himself. I found all these explanations quite embarrassing given the additional context. With that said, it was clearly effective as no one ousted him publicly at that time, and many clearly did believe that he deserved a second chance. However, that second chance was all used up by the time that Sunny Day had informed the internet that Minnie Lad's antics were still prevalent throughout their relationship, which is what had inspired Ash and Hallie to share their stories. Over the years, he had continuously pledged to improve, to seek help, and as it became clear that he had merely used their pity to preserve his public image while not actively changing his ways, their charity had diminished, and this was the breaking point. Beyond that, this was their ultimatum to Craig, and Minnie Lad could no longer postpone his judgment day.
You're not just building a mansion, you're building a legacy.
Oh.
Not you. You use QuickBooks Payroll to pay employees easily and accurately. Payroll, that's how you business differently.
Looking for something new to watch? Prime Video makes it easy.
I love it.
Both Ash and Hallie clearly had extremely unpleasant experiences with the creator at the center of this debacle. But there's a real poignancy in particular to Hallie's testimony, because it's clear that she wanted to believe that Minnie had changed more than anyone else, and that really the most frustrating facet to her were all the lies that followed the scenario which she had taken at face value. She gave Minnie an opportunity to improve. She provided her support to his endeavors, and he took advantage of it. These were their stories to tell, and they didn't tell them with the intent to destroy his career. If they had felt Minnie had changed his ways, then I think they probably would have let him be. However, to them, with the discovery that this behavior had been present in his most recent relationship, even being instrumental to its demise, it was more than ample evidence that his word could not be trusted. With it out in the open, Minnie Lad would have to convince a much less sympathetic internet that he would rehabilitate himself. A harder sell, for sure. And many who read the allegations didn't see a way back for Minnie at all. To them, this was unforgivable. And to be honest, it's hard not to see it from that viewpoint.
Oh God, excuse me.
How he manipulated those around him. How could we trust what he says to anyone past this point if he can't even be honest with those closest to him? Well, to be honest, the only way would be if he had actually practiced what he preached. And with the allegations garnering traction, Minnie had no other option but to address them, releasing a statement, accepting full responsibility for his actions, and unreservedly apologizing for the hurt that he
No.
caused. Nonetheless, that was the easy part. It was going to be challenging for Minnie to deny the allegations at this point given their substance, and even from a strategic standpoint, it was the sensible thing to do. So a confession doesn't warrant too much kudos here. What really mattered were the steps that he was going to take to make amends. In Hallie's Swit longer, she said that she legitimately thinks Craig is a good person, and that she really just wants him to take ownership of his actions, to seek help, to stop running and lying to his audience. The message was clear, and in his response, it seems that Minnie was receptive to this, committing to an indefinite hiatus and using that time to build back the trust of those he wronged. Now, of course, many were hesitant to buy into the sincerity of such a pledge, and with valid reason, but at the same time, it was probably the best we were going to receive, and if he could at least heal some of the wounds that he had inflicted to those in question, then that would be progress. Many people adopted this perspective and wanted Minnie to be better, which is very merciful for the internet that I know. So what would Craig do with this time away? How would he use it to win back the faith lost from many disillusioned followers and even friends?
Hi, how's it going? Hope you're doing good. First thing you probably noticed is the background. I'm back in my old studio.
Well, turns out his break lasted shorter than one might anticipate. In fact, it was on par with the post-tour break he took at the start of the year. And most of this intermission appeared to be occupied with relocating back to Northern Ireland, which is also peculiar given that he'd already moved once at the start of 2020. However, there was an explanation for this.
I went on this mental health journey. I realized that there's a lot going on in the world. And I know I just need to step away, and I know I just need to take care of myself. My mental just took a turn for the worse, and I know I needed to get back. I needed to be around the ones who I love. I wanted to work on myself, my mental health journey. I got myself into therapy for the last month, and it's been incredible. It really has. This has been something that I've been putting off for years because I wanted to make sure work was okay, and I kept up with work, and I just put myself on the back burner, and it made me finally realize that I can't do that anymore. But it's been nice, reconnecting with my roots, reconnecting with who I am, where I grew up. You know, I moved to Northern Ireland when I was 10 years old. Whenever I was living in Singapore, I came over here, and this has been the place that I call home. I know I just left all of a sudden, but I just...
This guy.
I needed to do something about me.
Is that me, lad? Oh, yeah.
This mental health break had clearly revitalized him, and he was
Was watching
ready to
video.
start creating content again for his adoring audience. Wait, didn't something happen? Oh, right, yeah. He doesn't really talk about that. Like, at all. In fact, we're met with a 5-minute
I remember him.
about how
Everyone remembers me, lad. Not for the good reasons, but you know.
He needed the time out to work on those imperfections, and that he's been improving himself with every passing day. How inspiring.
Like I said before, I'm back in therapy, and she has been incredible, being able to spill everything onto her.
So 105.
Reconsider the wording on that one, Craig.
Even though this is my first video back, this doesn't mean that I'm gonna just stop working on myself. I've come to realize that the journey of working on yourself isn't just, I'll do it for a few months, now I'll be alright. It's a journey that never truly ends. As humans, there's no definitive amount of time that if you take this amount of
God,
time
he practiced his speech for like how many times probably?
The reality is, this is a journey that myself and all
I'd probably
of us
say like 20.
are just gonna continue to go through life. And, you know, I've come to the realization that no one is ever perfect. You can strive for perfection, but as long as you know that no one is perfect and no one will ever be perfect, and the more you realize that, the better you're gonna be.
In summary, he completely avoids disclosing the reason why he took the hiatus in the first place, and decides that his viewers are better off not knowing. The break was already insultingly short for someone of his status. He could have afforded to take much more time away from the platform that he had misused. But even if we discount that, the fact that he doesn't even have the humility to be honest with his own audience is more than enough evidence that he hadn't learned from his misconduct. He also posted a similar statement, which was less offensive given the fact that his
Sorry.
apology was also just below the context, still
Tired.
completely neglected to address any reparations that he had made for his misdeeds, let alone the misdeeds themselves. It was shady as hell, and almost implied that he had this expectation that it would just blow over if he didn't mention specifics.
I have receipts, and I'm gonna show them again, like maybe right here, where he was talking to his moderators about how in mod chat people are gonna see that this doesn't matter and it's gonna die. He'll upload in a week, it'll be fine, nobody's gonna care. You have to be some scumbag with a high enough ego to think that people in your Discord, moderators who looked up to you, are not gonna share those messages with me. Who are just gonna let that slide? No.
Well, actually, it seems that's exactly what he expected after chat logs were sent to Halley, in which he states that once people realise that the majority of people don't care or don't know, and the brands continue to work with him, it will all blow over, which is some high-grade arrogance on Mini's front. Much of this is revealed in a video uploaded by Halley, which served in part as a response to Sir Laddelot's glorious return to YouTube, but also as means to provide her story across all platforms, and to make sure it wasn't overshadowed by Mini's influence. However, there are more than enough new developments which only tarnish his image further, some to astounding degrees.
She basically was told by Craig to go to Ash, one of the other girls who came out, who dealt with way worse, to tell her about his suicide attempt, to make her feel some sort of pity, and then was saying to me, which you'll see now, just how if Ash never came up about this, she would be the person who's responsible for killing thousands of people, because of if people found out who he was and fans who count on his videos found out about him, they would kill themselves.
It is unbelievable the audacity
Jesus
of
Christ.
this man. So many of his leaked DMs didn't paint him as a person who wanted to know what he could do to atone for his actions, but more what he would do if such evidence went public. It doesn't
Is that
reflect
taller?
remorse or regret. And Halley's video once again showed how manipulative his hiatus and return had been. Yet this time round, it wasn't even subtle. He was basically seeing what he could get away with. It was a sign of an inflated ego which judged his fans as too stupid to hold him to account. On top of this, though, it made his utilization of points surrounding mental health seem unbelievably contrived and brought into question whether he ever believed anything that he said about it.
I appreciate every content creator that came out and spoke and just came out and shared my story, because he is getting away with this pretty easily. His viewers, a lot of them do not know what's going on, and it's not their faults.
Thanks to Halley's response and other YouTubers covering the situation, publicity of Minnie's antics began to amplify. It became quite clear that he wasn't going to distance himself from the incidents like he had hoped, and he may have no other option but to talk about them. But how would he with such damning receipts against him? Well, let's find out.
Get extra savings and save on food, like this week's flyer sale on...
How much of a massive ego can you have? How much of a disgusting human being can you be to think you have a right on this platform?
With his first video back, it was initially received decently by those within his committed fan base. However, with the limelight firmly on his transgressions, the backlash began to augment into its own movement. With his purpose to remove Minnie from the platform altogether, and to make him pay properly for what he had done. His videos began to accumulate thousands of dislikes, as well as critical comments, ranging from disappointed devotees to outraged onlookers.
Ah,
There was no way he could filter this out.
Mini lad, I know you're not watching this, but you're only going to make yourself look worse and worse in the eyes of the YouTube audience until you address what you did to YouTube, so that we can see that you'll admit to what you've done.
He would upload another regular video some 12 days later without any recognition towards the mounting pressure against him. However, this was met with even greater hostility from viewers than the previous release, and was indicative that he wasn't simply going to be able to escape this without offering up some explanation. So, come September, there was a new task on the Mini Lad agenda, and that was to clear the air. Now, he had done a similar thing with his upload addressing the separation with Sammy. In hindsight, that video was also flagrantly dishonest, but at a time where people were none the wiser, it served as a sufficient explanation for where he had been and the tribulations that he had faced during this period. This time round, the air was significantly murkier, and there was a lot of seemingly conclusive evidence to confront that even the most eloquent of individuals would have difficulty excusing. However, with few other options, Minnie had to put his cards on the table. But was he holding all the aces? Well, no.
Hey guys, I want to talk about a lot of the stuff that's been going on online lately, whether it's through YouTube or Twitter or places like that. I've been reading a lot of your guys' comments as well, and I wanted to formally address everything. But as well as address everything, I want to talk about a lot of the rumors that are out there and debunk some of them too.
The video is 5 minutes long, which is already quite brief given the magnitude of the allegations against him. Okay, sometimes there isn't too much to say, but to be honest, Mini Lad doesn't really say much at all.
Now that some time has passed and I've had time to reflect on everything and get a grand scope of everything
Bullshit.
that's going on, I wanted to set the record straight. After this all came out, I did make a statement on this over on my Twitter, but now I think is the correct time to sit down and make a video addressing it.
He's quite sly in how he responds to the allegations. Instead of focusing on what may be true or not, he turns his attention to what he believes is false, and chooses to, quote, debunk those. Many of these claims not really constituting the essence of the case against him.
The first thing that I wanted to talk about with these allegations is I've never physically met them before, nor have I physically abused anybody across the board. I want to make people aware of that because those are serious allegations, and I wanted to put those rumors to bed.
There are minor admissions here and there, but in some capacities it could be seen as quite a devious play by our miniature man here. He's very selective in what he responds to, and although what he says may well be the truth in these specific
Goddamn.
circumstances,
I missed the text because I'm looking at the YouTube video.
for example, on the issue of leaked chat logs regarding some
It's kind of asking
hiatus.
things, so go ahead.
Twitch mods have been leaking
If it's like
chat
appropriate.
messages that I put in the mod chat,
And
where I say
fine in chat.
weeks that I gave up
Yeah.
on therapy. I wanted to say that this is untrue. After 2 weeks, I did stop going to a certain therapist because if you've been to therapy before, that you'll know that some therapists just don't fit your needs. So after 2 weeks, I changed to a different therapist, and that's someone who I've been going to see every single week since.
Now, once again, this may be the case. I do not know. However, this doesn't address the messages where Minilad appears to dismiss the influence of the accusations against him and judges the severity of them on the basis of the impact they'd have on his career. The hilarious thing is that this video would only be approximately 2.5 minutes long if he hadn't added an extra section where he tackles another claim on Twitter, which he asserts to be false.
This person is accusing me of a few things, so
What happened? No, I got it on YouTube. What happened to most of the people in your videos in the small clip on GTA? The others, if you're talking about this, the mini tiles video, see, let me look back. Let me go to my own YouTube channel. If you're talking about, yeah, the mini tiles video, the guys in the Fortnite clips, I broke off from those guys for IRL reasons, like serious problems. So yeah, I'm good with some of them in there, but just not the other. Like one dude in particular broke off from him. He was really bad, so yeah, stop talking to that guy. And also, if you're talking about an old video like 5 months ago with a person named Cringe, don't know what happened to her, don't see her as much, so yeah, I'm just covering everything right now. If you're talking about like those guys, those are the reasons. And the GTA clip, Minion, you saw the description. if you read the description, then you'll know. I just posted that for no reason because I was like, what did I post for content this week? I was like, screw it, I'll upload this old clip. So yeah.
Very mature reflection, Minnie. You've really outdone yourself there. Cracking.
That's all I could say, I guess.
Defending him on this point may say, well, Minilad did address this in his Twitter statement. He does reference that as a whole here. We can't expect him to just continuously bring up what he's already admitted to. Maybe this statement is meant to be on the new claims. I could formulate many responses to such perspective. However, probably the most irrefutable one would point towards the fact that he has ignored all new claims that are harder to respond to, such as the dismissive DMs or the screenshots where he basically places the lives of his fans on those he has maltreated. This is extremely selective and it doesn't clear the air whatsoever. He's just added smoke and mirrors.
It's clearly the same in real life. So excuse me. Like, how do you mean? What do you mean by that? Like his personality? Like,
people don't. That should have been at least part of the reason that you made the video in the first place.
Holy crap, there's a lot of screenshots.
And you can't do that if you provide people with no substantiation to your attestations. He opens the video talking about transparency and setting the record straight, but he fails to do so on every count. This video underlines the
I want to see that place. Gotta make a bridge to it.
Manipulative behavior that has been the driving force behind a lot of his worst offenses. As a matter of fact, it's pretty decisive evidence that his crooked propensities are alive and kicking, and people were fast to identify that.
It's pretty obvious this video is just here to save his career, I guess. And in order to do that, he has to not focus on the real problem and address things that aren't even real or just other allegations that just...
Yeah, and how he talks. I feel like Noam, he's kind of like the same way in real life, I say. I hang out with him a lot in real life. He's like one of the few that I call the closest friends, or at least very, very close. I'll have like, I'm not good with the words. Like basically, if someone were to like talk bad about him, or like I had enough of someone talking like trash about Matthew, I would get pissed off a little bit, or I'll like say something. If that's what you're trying to say. That dude is really cool. No, I'm grateful that he's a friend. God damn, it's not even this place so fucking detailed. What happens? No more ads. We need your bed.
In certain situations, there are no preferable options. And as a person who has been caught in a series of half-truths and outright lies, there was no panacea for Minilad's
Holy
players.
crap,
Every option
got close to dying.
Nevertheless, after the deluge of ubiquitous condemnation following his clearing the air video, the smart option would be to leave for a much longer spell and actually use that time to work on himself, or at least pretend to. He has a large subscriber base, and although he had his monetization's complications here and there, he's almost certainly made more than enough to live off. I hope his family would be happy to support him alleviating these glaring infirmities, and if he was actually receiving therapy, then he could take the time out until those results began to show. Nevertheless, he demonstrably had a deep connection to his YouTube channel and wanted to upload again.
So you value Jim a lot? What? Him, huh?
So another option would be to try his luck at addressing the allegations.
Yes, I value Jim. I value Jim a lot.
He's unlikely to win too much, but he may curb some of the malaise that had persisted throughout the situation. However, this would only work if he could make a somewhat coherent case for himself. And with the abundance of evidence against him, many were doubtful of his prospects at effectively justifying or even explaining the mentality behind much of his exploits.
Squids.
So out of these two, the first option did seem more probable, but little did we know there was
No, I need that sword. You know what I mean? I equipped the sword with the frick.
It's been 10 months since the last video. I miss gaming. That being said, shall we?
Yes, only 8 days after his clone the air blunder, he uploads a video called Internet's Craziest Gaming Glitches. I'm not sure if the missed apostrophe is an oversight or a cry for help, but to summarize, in his video, he reacts to the popular subreddit r/gamephysics, imparting priceless insights on the glitches to titular font. This video appears to have been recorded while he was still in his previous accommodation, and thus seems to be a planned release. But regardless of when it was made, the Minilad flag is shining.
Okay. Go on. Big brain. Huge brain. That is 4,000 IQ. They bring care packages out on drones? Bro, future crazy.
I'm so glad that Mini has continued uploading, aren't you? What would we ever do?
How cringe of a fucking reaction.
Wonder if he was inserting subliminal messages.
Crazy.
Remember when I was growing up, whenever I was in school, I was always so afraid, like, adulthood seems so scary. Like, even like the year above you, you're like, the older one, God has forsaken you. I am but a mere squire compared to the year above. And then you think of people when they're like 21, you're like, oh, they have their life together, they're gonna have their own 401k pensions, they're gonna have a wife and kids, and then you get there and you realize that the world has no idea what's going on 95% of the time. As a guy who's 25 years old right now, not a clue. Just remember that, going forth in life. If you're gonna take away anything from this video, take away this. No one has a clue.
Now, as Minilad videos go, this was nothing particularly different from the routine content that many would have expected from his channel. But there was definitely an element of it which seemed strange given the state of affairs. Either Mini didn't actually care for the charges levied against him, or he's contriving a persona to try and cover up the fact that it bothers him. Both these rationalizations imply that the happy-go-lucky attitude is a pretext for a very cynical ploy to ride out the stigma he was facing. This philosophy was exhibited in the leaked DMs. People forget and move on. That's what he's hoping. When the critics forget, you'll be left with your dedicated audience who are much more interested in your output rather than the actual moral conundrum of viewing someone of that character, and who would want to miss out on the premium laughs like those supplied by Minilad.
Me, I'm an adult. I need to confront my responsibilities. Also me.
I say I want to leave it like that. I'll leave that for now.
Video broke even between likes and dislikes, and future uploads didn't fare much better. His next
What are
offering
we
was a
friends
Let's Play
doing?
of Flight Simulator, which, although producing no exceptional in-game
Stretch.
pretty hilarious comments. The sort that
Oh god.
though he hasn't yet. Good idea, Craig.
Oh my god.
That aside, his ratio was much worse on this video, with the likes more than halving and the dislikes actually increasing on the previous upload. His next video didn't show signs of improvement either, although he did secure a sponsorship for it.
It was your job to bring the speaker. You go to your car and you realize the speaker is dead. What are you going to do?
How long has been
Your
shooting
friends are
for?
never going to trust you again. You're never going to get invited out anywhere again. Your life is going to come spiraling down. Oh, Jimmy, with a brand new Cove
Is an hour okay enough, YouTube?
with its amazing 7-hour battery life, a subwoofer, a
Please tell me an hour stream is okay.
with volume like this. What's the volley? I don't know what he's saying.
I don't want to keep going.
But once people made his partner's Cove aware of Minilad's capers, the video was removed on the company's request. I almost want to
At least I can continue it later. I want to try to stream Fortnite
in spite of knowing the inevitable backlash
with
the business will face, but I won't.
another friend.
And Minilad deserves nil points. It
Want to
seems
shout
that
out?
every attempt that Mini made to elude the critical masses, it merely invigorated them more.
Help them for Twitch.
People saw it for what it was, and they weren't going to forget it
Touch.
because Minilad wanted them to.
Okay, well, probably gonna go because I want to talk to some friends, also hang out with them. So, also expect a video probably late, probably again, or tomorrow. Tomorrow early. I don't really have a upload schedule. I just upload when I wanna. Because YouTube, if I'm being honest, YouTube is like a hobby right now for me. I enjoy it. I enjoy it, but comes with it. What you guys say in the videos. So yeah, I'm not part-time or full-time YouTuber. That's just like a hobby. But I'll probably stream later if I get anxious and if you're solid and maybe a new person in a Fortnite game probably later on. So expect that.
Everything that we once knew is now gone.
It's tragic for all involved, many of whom just want closure above all. But have to watch this man dance on the grave of his legacy because he's too proud to actually face down his
See this guy.
But unfortunately, we can't be overly surprised at this. It's been something
So yeah,
longer than many have probably considered.
I'm gonna go for now.
Who am I? Who are you? Where am I? I'm gonna go.
So no. Oh yeah, the Q&A video. So I hasn't gone to it. I still haven't gone to it. I'm so goddamn lazy. Yeah. Yeah, I'll see you guys another time. I'm going to keep watching this video while going call fruit salad. Whatever you want to call it. Huh? Nah. Okay. Bye. I'm ending it. Whatever you're texting now, won't be able to see it.